Hello, you guys. It's me, Miska, coming back with another video. And today we are going to be making some fried chicken. Let's get into it. All right, so first, if we making fried chicken, honey, we got to clean the chicken because you see that feather? Ain't nobody got time for that. This is what makes me not want to eat chicken at other people's house. Like, are you doing all of this stuff that I'm doing? Like, look at that stuff that you got to scrape off the chicken. See, you can't be eating at everybody's house because I need to know that you're going to the lengths that I'm going to when it comes to the chicken. And the fact that I got to do all this while I'm eating the chicken makes me this close to being a vegan. But the chicken be so good that it's like, dang, I'll just go ahead and do this. So yeah, I cut off anything that don't look right. I cut off the extra skin. I cut off the part, the part with the feathers, and it's just too much. So I just cut it to get rid of it, child. Let's season. I'm going in with my favorite roasted garlic and herb seasoning and also the paprika. I got ahead of myself and started seasoning before I was recording. So yeah, there's that. Onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, salt, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. I like mine with a little bit of cayenne, not too hot, but just a little something. And I forgot some Mrs. Dash original. That was in the back of the cabinet hiding. So I was like, come on out here, girl. I usually like to add a little lemon pepper, but I did not have any. But that set it off too, honey. That makes it really good. If you like a little zest when it comes to your food. Anywho, go ahead and put all of those seasonings on your chicken. Whatever season you like, you got to eat it, child. So make sure you put what you want on there and then rub it all in. Make sure each piece has all of the seasoning on it. Get it well dressed so that it's really good. You don't want all the seasoning on one piece of chicken, child. Get it on all of it. And so I have a couple different ways that I like to fry chicken. This is like the most basic way. Well, no, the most basic way is just with flour. This one is just, a little step up from flour only. Maybe I'll do a video of the rest of the ways that I like to fry chicken. However, I did forget to let you know all the ingredients that you will need in the beginning of the video. So outside of the stuff that you've already seen, it's pretty basic. I mean, just your chicken, your flour, some cornstarch, and the seasonings of your choice, and of course, frying oil. I'm using canola oil today. Go ahead and get you a bowl, pour in your flour. I'm not measuring, I'm freehanding it today. Whatever you pour in for your flour, you want to match it with your cornstarch. The purpose of the cornstarch is to make it crispy. A lot of times when you just use the flour, it kind of, give it a little coating, but it don't really do too much. The cornstarch is one way that you can make crispier chicken. Go ahead and season your flour. I'm using all of the seasons that I use to season the chicken. While you're doing all your prep, make sure you are heating up your oil. You want that oil to come up to about 350 degrees. That's the perfect temperature that you want to fry at. Or, you can guess like we usually do, but, a lot of the times we be wondering why our chicken don't be turning out right. Child, you ain't got it at the right temperature. You be tossing some flour in there trying to check and see if it's ready to fry, but it has to be at a frying temperature to fry it perfectly, okay? Stick with me. Get you a thermometer so you can check the temperature of your oil and your chicken to see if it's done. You guys, another thing I have learned is that we should be tasting the flour. Now, I ain't saying take a spoonful of the flour and down it, but, take your fork, put your finger on it, taste it, see if you can taste it and see if the flavors are hitting like you want them to hit. And if they not, add some more seasoning to it. As you can see, mine needed a little bit more of that roasted garlic and herb seasoning. So yeah, taste your flour just a little bit, just a little, fingertip worth of it to see if you are on the right track with the taste. All right, and now we are ready to fry, you guys. As you can see, my temperature is above 350. I let mine get a little too hot, child, but that's okay because, let it come down a little bit. You can take it off the eye or whatever you need to do. I'm dropping my chicken in, and I feel like about 10 minutes does it. However, so that we are sure, I'm going to go in with my thermometer to check the temperature and make sure it is at 165 degrees before I pull it out of the oil. I kind of got an issue with this 165 degrees because being from the South, child, I like everything fried hard. I don't like no light skinned food. And so sometimes I be tempted to go over, but my husband, he like light skinned food. Like he want it barely cooked to the temperature that it's supposed to be. But me, I like mine a little crispy. I like to know mine done. I don't know. I just don't like soft fried food. Like I like it hard. So I don't know, me and these 165 degrees be going through it. But I digress, child. You just gotta do what I gotta do, I suppose. Anyway, back to the chicken. As you can see, it's looking good. It's fried up, crispy. That coating looks good. I went in with my thermometer. I put it inside the thickest part of the meat. That's the part of the meat you want to test to make sure it's up to temperature. That drum part, that's where you want to stick it because that's the thickest. And mine was at 160, so I put it back in just for a little bit to get it up to 165. Another important part of cooking or frying chicken is you also want to get a wire rack. I know we was raised putting the chicken on a plate with some paper towels. However, that prevents your coating from being crispy and it makes it a little soggy because it's sitting on top of that oil. You want to get it on a wire rack so that when you take it out, it has air circulating around it and it can remain crispy, okay? Major key. Y'all, I love cutting that little pointy part off of my wings. I feel like it just makes it so much easier to fry because the wing just be sticking out, child. You be having to flip it back through the leg and through it's just too much. Like, cut it off. Just cut the whole little pointy thing off and it just fries so much easier. You ain't got to worry about it sticking out of the grease. Like, that just made my life so much easier, cutting that piece off. Anyway, we're going back in with our second batch. And what I want to remind you not to do is don't overcrowd your pan. If you put too many pieces of chicken in the pan at one time, it can take a while to cook. It can not crisp up like you need it to, and it'll like be more soggy if it doesn't have that room to cook itself. So yes, please refrain from overcrowding your pan. Make sure your chicken got 50 feet, child. All right, you guys, this video is coming to an end. I just want to remind you that I make cooking videos. I do weekly vlogs. I do teaching videos for my singles and my people that like healthy relationships. So if you are interested, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. Here is my chicken on this wire rack, honey. It's not giving soggy. It's not giving don't know what she doing. Whoever fried this chicken, honey, they know what they doing. It's giving crispy, okay? It's giving what it was supposed to have gave. Okay, let me stop playing. Here is the shot of the plate. Y'all know I like to show y'all the whole plate. What I made with this chicken was cabbage and some scalloped potatoes. Y'all, them scalloped potatoes was so good. Okay, when I say so good, the chicken was good too. But I wish I had cooked some a little longer for myself. It was crispy. I don't know, child. I just like the juices fried out of my chicken. I don't know. It's just a me thing, okay? I know it ain't right, but that's just what I like. That's just what I like. Anywho, if you like this video, please be sure to like it. Subscribe to my channel. Turn on your notifications so that you are notified each and every time I post a new video. Watch another video, child. Okay, don't go nowhere. Don't move so fast. Stay here and watch another video. Thank you guys. And until next time.